StatKey can be used to make a number of frequently used statistical distributions. We've already seen the normal distribution, that's the Z distribution, and we've seen the T distribution. For analysis of variance tests, we use the F distribution. Using the F distribution to find a critical value is very similar to using the Z distribution or the T distribution. The F distribution is a little bit different though because it has two different degrees of freedom. The numerator, which is your between groups degrees of freedom, and the denominator, which is your within groups degrees of freedom. I'm going to walk through an example here of finding the critical value for an analysis of variance, also known as an F test, with 2 and 60 degrees of freedom. After we enter in our degrees of freedom, StatKey will give us the F distribution. One thing to remember is that F tests are always right-tailed tests. An F test statistic is actually a ratio, and it's mathematically impossible for that ratio to be a negative number, so it's always going to be a right-tailed test. The default in StatKey is to put 2.5% in each tail. This is essentially the critical value for a test with 2.5% alpha level, which I don't think we ever really do. So you're always going to need to click this and change this to the alpha level, which in most cases is going to be 0.05 or a 5% alpha level. So the F critical value for an ANOVA with 2 and 60 degrees of freedom is 3.150. In other words, if our F test statistic is greater than or equal to 3.150, we reject the null hypothesis. If our F test statistic is less than 3.150, we fail to reject the null hypothesis.